We are good to go. Hello to everybody, and especially hello to everybody who's new to following the Batfeed. So this is a Hunger Games simulator type of thing. It lets you plug in different characters from pretty much any franchise, but today I'm going to be doing Batman, because why not? Yeah, so we're going to take this cast of characters. I've selected a handful. I found pictures. Some of them got distorted. Some of them are a little more intact. And we're gonna see who wins. So it's a text-based game. We won't see any like actual characters fighting each other, but we will see some pretty funny things go down via the text. Without further ado, let's just get rolling. Let's see how it goes. So for anyone unfamiliar with Hunger Games, everyone fighting to the death, and the last person surviving by the very end is going to win the entire thing. There's this thing called a cornucopia, which is at the beginning of the games, that attributes all the contestants, so to speak, can run and grab supplies or food or random stuff out of there, just to give them a one-up on everybody else. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Talia al Ghul runs away from the cornucopia. Harley grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Mad Hatter, Orphan, and Robin work together to get as many supplies as possible. Riddler clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Joker takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Jim Gordon grabs a jar of fishing bait while Magpie gets fishing gear. Condiment King finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Spoiler takes a handful of throwing knives. Two-Face snatches a pair of sais. Red Robin shoots an arrow into Catwoman's head. R.I.P. Catwoman, I guess. Some pretty interesting stuff going down. Because you'll see characters who don't normally kill each other because it's a survival of the fittest. It's a free-for-all. So we'll see what happens further down the road. Penguin runs away from the cornucopia. Poison Ivy runs away from the cornucopia. Batwoman retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. And just real quick, we're going to resize this a bit. Because we can. Because I want you guys to be able to see all of this in its morbid glory. Alright, just ignore the black bar up here. Proceed to the next part. Day 1. Kite Man scares Punchline off. Orphan injures herself. Condiment King questions his sanity. Which, if you're going to dress like that, you probably should. Joker overhears Jim Gordon and Mad Hatter talking in the distance. Talia al Ghul receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Batman chases Nightwing. Robin and Red Hood work together for the day. Spoiler goes hunting. Magpie collects fruit from a tree. Two-Face tries to spear fish with a trident. Probably doesn't work because it's got 3 prongs instead of 2. Penguin begs for Red Robin to kill him. He refuses, keeping Penguin alive. So Red Robin will shoot Catwoman in the head with an arrow, but he won't mercy kill Penguin. Poison Ivy poisons Batgirl's drink, very on brand, but mistakes it for her own and dies. Well, I guess she's not immune to poison. Clayface travels to higher ground. Riddler and Batwoman work together to drown Harley Quinn. That's rough. On to the next day. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Catwoman, District 1. Poison Ivy, District 8. Harley Quinn, District 7. And we'll go ahead and proceed to day 2. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. Night 1, not day 2. Clayface questions his sanity. Mad Hatter tends to his wounds. Orphan, Batgirl, and Punchline discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Talia al Ghul's trap kills Riddler. That's ironic, because he's usually the one doing the trapping. Joker goes to sleep. Penguin, Red Robin, Kite Man, and Red Hood tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Batman receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Jim Gordon cooks his food before putting his fire out. Nightwing, Two-Face, and Spoiler sleep in shifts. Robin is awoken by nightmares. Condiment King is awoken by nightmares. Anywho, on to day 2. Red Robin camouflages himself in the bushes. Red Hood is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Batgirl constructs a shack. Punchline makes a wooden spear. Penguin stalks Clayface. Spoiler receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Kite Man receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Robin explores the arena. Magpie sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Two-Face runs away from Orphan. Nightwing spears Condiment King in the abdomen. No more ketchup and mustard here. Joker discovers a river. Batwoman questions her sanity. Jim Gordon sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Batman hunts for other tributes. Batman hasn't done very much so far. These are all mostly the characters, right? And he's just kind of doing whatever. So we just lost Riddler and Condiment King. I wish Condiment King would stick around to win. Here, we can see everyone's status, I think. We've lost Catwoman. We've lost Harley. We've lost Poison Ivy, Condiment King, and Riddler. All the others are alive, even if they're not doing too hot right now. Okay, so night 2. Batman, Red Hood, and Batgirl discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Talia al Ghul goes to sleep. Two-Face receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Joker stays awake all night. Magpie tries to sing herself to sleep. Orphan screams for help. Robin loses sight of where he is. Everyone's kind of losing it a little bit here. Punchline sees a fire but stays hidden. Penguin, Nightwing, and Kite Man discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Batman receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Mad Hatter and Red Robin huddle for warmth. Red Robin's kind of like at the very beginning of this cornucopia thing. He's been going batshit crazy with all the random things he's been doing. Okay, day 3. Two-Face receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Joker questions his sanity. Batwoman accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. So, is she dead? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Magpie receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Kite Man collects fruit from a tree. Punchline and Red Robin work together for a day. Penguin defeats Orphan in a fight but spares her life. Nightwing travels to higher ground. Robin and Mad Hatter split up to search for resources. Jim Gordon constructs a shack. Batman thinks about home. Talia al Ghul tries to spearfish with a trident. Red Hood sprains his ankle while running away from Batgirl. Okay, so I guess Batwoman did die. We lost Spoiler, Clayface, and Batwoman all in one day. So far, we have all these folks dead, and then, let's see. 16 people still alive! And this is all completely randomized, just so you guys know. I didn't like pre-pick who dies or anything. That's not even an option. You just put in the names and the pictures, and the algorithm in this simulator takes care of the rest. Orphan, Jim Gordon, and Mad Hatter cheerfully sing songs together. Batman and Talia al Ghul huddle for warmth. Nightwing sees a fire but stays hidden. Magpie shoots an arrow into Red Robin's head. Poetic justice, booch. He started off by shooting Catwoman, so Magpie got him back. Red Hood, Joker, and Two-Face cheerfully sing songs together. Robin taints Penguin's food, killing him. That's dark. Batgirl and Punchline tell stories about themselves to each other, and Kite Man passes out from exhaustion. Classic Kite Man. Okay, so now we're in day 4. Batgirl, Joker, and Batman hunt for other tributes. Red Hood decapitates Mad Hatter with a sword. He gone. Speaking of which, the Mad Hatter episode just came out for Gotham 1919, so go check that out. Orphan is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Robin steals from Kite Man while he isn't looking. Nightwing makes a wooden spear. Punchline thinks about home. Joker, Batman, Orphan, and Punchline tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Batgirl tries to treat her infection. Red Hood and Robin huddle for warmth. Kite Man repeatedly stabs Nightwing to death with sighs. A, where did Kite Man's knowledge of the usage of size as weapons come from? B, how the heck didn't Nightwing stop a man who literally wears a kite strapped to his back? And C, WTF. Anywho, alright, the feast. Cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Joker decides not to go. Orphan decides not to go. Batman throws a knife into Red Hood's head. So, I see he's Ben Affleck Batman. Batgirl decides not to go to the feast. Kite Man destroys Robin's memoirs out of spite. He killed Nightwing with size, and now he's just going out of his way to be a jackass to Robin. Punchline takes a staff leaning against the cornucopia. So it seems like a lot of people skipped out on that. Day 5, Joker defeats Orphan in a fight but spares her life. So far, I think Batman's killed more people than Joker has. Batgirl makes a slingshot. Kite Man receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Robin fishes. Punchline discovers a river. We lost Nightwing and Red Hood. Night 5. Orphan passes out from exhaustion. Kite Man starts a fire. Robin receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Batman climbs a tree to rest. Batgirl and Joker talk about the tributes still alive. Punchline accidentally steps on a landmine. There's a lot of landmine deaths going down, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but sometimes the simulator reuses deaths just because it's randomized and it's just running things off of a text script, I'm guessing. Day 6. Robin fishes. Batgirl discovers a cave. Joker diverts Batman's attention and runs away. Orphan poisons Kite Man's drink. He drinks it and dies. Sucks to be Kite Man, I guess. Punchline and Kite Man. May they be ever remembered in our hearts. May Gotham never forget the villainy and thievery that they brought. May they always be remembered as horrible, terrible people. That was got dark. Batman cooks his food before putting his fire out. This is night 6. Robin attempts to start a fire, but it is unsuccessful. Orphan and Batgirl run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Joker stays awake all night. No deaths on night 6. Orphan defeats Batgirl in a fight, but spares her life. Joker stabs Batman with a tree branch. So is he dead? I wish I would give more clarity on that. Arena event. The arena's border begins to rapidly contract. Batgirl is electrocuted by the border. Joker restrains Robin to a tree and leaves him to die. Orphan is electrocuted by the border. So these 4 people died, all of the Bat family people, and the winner of the Hunger Games overall is Joker, I guess. Well, so there you have it. That's Hunger Games, Batman Hunger Games in a nutshell. It's different every time. It's usually never been one of the main characters in the mainstream Batman comics, except for Joker this time around. I'm holding out hopes for Harley Quinn or Poison Ivy or Two-Face one of these times. Anywho, that is all the time I have for this activity that was Batman Hunger Games. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this playthrough. So I hope you guys have a great day, and remember, the night is always darkest before the dawn, and I promise you, the dawn is coming. See you guys in the next video.